got to give 110%. It doesn't mean you're going to be the best at it, but as long as you give your best, that's all you can ask for. That should be the bare minimum.
We're asking all the boxers that we speak to, what was your first day in the gym like for you? What was you feeling? Was you nervous, excited? And more importantly, did you have a big vision back then?
First time I walked into the boxing gym, I was probably 5 or 6 years old. I boxed at a club called Onga ABC in a little unit around the back in Onga, not far from Brentwood Way. And Alan Bush was my trainer, and he's my friend now, and he was my friend then. But you know, like when you're a 5, 6 year old kid and you see an older man, like quite stern, getting all the kids into line. He was like a school teacher vibe, you know. You're a little bit scared, but a respectful authority with him. So I just remember going there thinking, I can't muck about, I can't be stupid, I've got to act sensible, and I'm in for some hard work. So my first memories of that, yeah, my granddad taking me there, and just like every other kid, you know, there's about 30, 40 kids there doing you running up and down outside the gym and
Yeah.
doing your groundwork at the end, and afterwards you can have a chocolate bar, a bit of fish and chips or something like that, you know. Granddad
Yeah,
used to take me
nice.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. You spoke about like the sort of that authority figure. You seem to be someone with a lot of discipline. Obviously, to be in your sport, you need it.
Yeah.
Before the boxing, you went to uni, you played rugby. It sounds like you did so many different things. How important was it for you to maintain that high level of standard in anything you did and sort of give it your all, no matter
Yeah.
what it was?
Well, it's what I've been taught from young. My dad, my mum and dad especially, and my granddad, even from schoolwork to rugby to boxing, everything you do, you've got to give 110%. It doesn't mean you're going to be the best at it, but as long as you give your best, that's all you can ask for. That should be the bare minimum, to
Yeah.
give you 110% of what you got. And I think the way that boxing is a really, really hard sport, and it's the hardest sport you can do, I think that sort of attitude has stood me in good stead. And that's why I was drawn to boxing, because it's the hardest challenge. And I've always been one to give my best in whatever I do, whether that's at school or in sports.
Yeah, which is a great mindset. And talking of mindset, do you use any like unique techniques when it comes to training in terms of like visualization, hypnotherapy, meditation? Do you use anything like that at all?
Nothing fancy, but one thing that gets you in the mood is a good bit of music. If you just
Yeah,
put a
yeah.
good bit of music on when you're sparring, when you're shadow boxing or getting ready, mainly when you're getting ready to spar, it just sets the tone. A bit of classical music from some good films that I like, whether that's The Last of the Mohicans or Braveheart, or you think about the films and Rob Roy and films like that, you know, and it sets the tone for the spar. And it's not about going crazy and going mental. It just hones in your concentration. And when you're concentrating, you're flowing, um, it all makes sense more. And hopefully that will lead to better spars and better performances in fights.
Yeah, and it's scientifically proven as well. That's called a trigger. So when you play
Yeah,
that sort of music that fires you up, it gets all your neurons actually firing in the
that's
right way.
it.
Anyway.
That's
So
exactly how I feel. And there's a few things that I do before spar or training. Obviously, make sure you've drunk plenty of water, fueled up properly, and a coffee and some water and some music. And that's all you need. And I think you don't have to make it complicated, but if you've got a good little routine, then you're in a good place.
yeah, sorted. And the last one, what would your advice be for the young people out there that are looking to go for a dream? They may not necessarily know exactly what it is, but
Yeah.
they just know they're destined for more. What would your advice be for them?
Don't think about the dream or the end destination. Just think about what you've got to deal with today. What have you got to beat today? How do you win the day? One step at a time. I remember when I was at uni, I was probably living off 30, 40 quid a week. My dad giving me 15 quid here, 20 quid there, and he dropped me off. And I was just thinking about, oh, I like playing rugby, I like doing boxing. I'm going to try and do both if I can. And I didn't think of a bigger picture at all. I found a goal to work towards within the reaches of what was possible, and then you just keep winning the day, winning the week, and then before you know it, opportunities come, and do that thing that you're not scared of, but the thing that frightens you a bit to do. I think sometimes when you do that, that's what that's when good things happen. When you do things that scare you a little bit.
Well, I appreciate your time, mate. It's been an
No
honor
problem,
to
Ted.
speak to you, and it seems like you're smashing it. So well done and
Thanks
good
very
luck.
much. All the best to you as well. Thank you.